That's nutrigenomics. What nutrigenomics is the study of nutrition and how it affects our DNA, including DNA repair, DNA damage, and so forth. Tyler and a couple of you guys, Juliana and a few of you guys are really into nutrition and follow this stuff a bit. Check it out. It's the latest, most up-to-date science with nutrition, and it's incredible the research that they're coming up with. Absolutely incredible. I love this quote: acid is for your car battery, not for your body. So what are 10 benefits of having a balanced body pH? So, our skin is more elastic and youthful. We have deeper sleeps. We have a lot more physical energy. So many people rely on coffee. Coffee is massive. I'm currently doing a detox at the moment, this raw detox, which obviously you can see there. Most of you would have seen that we're launching a new detox next week. We're on our 4th day. I just will add that I'm so glad I wasn't doing it yesterday because I really had a tough day yesterday. And the biggest thing for me was I ate a lot of meat, 5 to 10 kilos of lean meat animal proteins a week because I train 2 hours a day and I feel like I just need that. So it's good to have a bit of a rest and to re-alkalize and re-energize. And a lot of people in there, we have a test group of 20 people doing quality control right now that are doing the detox together, and we have daily contact with each other. And it's really fascinating how many people, and a lot of these people are fitness professionals that drink 2, 3, 4, 5 coffees a day, and within 1, 2, 3 days just getting headaches. And we eat crap. We skip breakfast, or we skip meals, or we have Wheat Bix for breakfast, or we have these high processed carbohydrates for breakfast. And then we crash. We get tired. So what do? We have a coffee. Have a couple of coffees, and then we crash in the evening, and then we wonder why we're starving at night because we don't eat properly during the day. At nighttime eating, we overeat or overindulge at night, and then it's just all downhill from there. Okay, so obviously suffering from fewer colds, headaches, flus, viruses, etc. Better digestion. We don't really think of this. Bloatedness, digestive issues, arthritis. Okay, by maintaining pH levels, what will happen over 10, 15, 20 years, if we're in an acidic state, we're having a lot of these toxins, a lot of these meats, cheese, egg, processed foods. If we're having a lot of these, what happens is we require those minerals and nutrients from somewhere. Where do we take them from? We take them from our bones. Okay, so some other ones are obviously increased mental acuity and mental alertness. I know that a lot of us in the detox were joking yesterday about having funny moments. If you're doing the detox right now, listening to this or recording, you may have had some. I remember yesterday attempting to turn the shower on like it was a light bulb. It was quite funny. Also, a legal natural high. I love that, a legal natural high. When you meet these fitness professionals, and I know there's a couple of people online, they just seem to have all this energy, and they're kind of glowing, and that's why. That's one of the main reasons, because they're alkalized, and they may not yet even know that. Did you know that the water fish swim in needs to be the correct pH in to live? Also, plants flourish when the soil is at the right pH level. Life only exists where there's balance. We know this. The universe is a universe of duality, hot, cold, black, white, dark, light, and your body is totally regulated by pH. Are you too acidic? Interesting. And no matter how healthy you believe you eat and how clean and lean, it's really important every now and then to alkalize, re-alkalize, and re-energize your body every couple of months, every 2 or 3 months even. So some research and what experts say. A 7-year study conducted at the University of California, San Francisco on 9,000 women, that's a pretty big study, showed that those who have chronic acidosis are at greater risk for bone loss than those who have normal pH levels. Many of the hip fractures among middle-aged women are connected to high acidity causes. In fact, there's a ton of different medicines available now that will negate this. And instead of eating a rich diet with high nutrients, phytonutrients, and minerals, they put them on drugs. Isn't that fantastic? So it's caused by a diet rich in animal foods and low in vegetables. Okay, and this is by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, probably the most credible on the planet. The countless names of illnesses do not really matter. What does matter is that they all come from the same root cause: too much tissue acid waste in the body. Dr. Theodore A. Baruti, in his book Alkalize or Die, for those of you that are big alkalizing fans, alkalizing and energizing is only one element of nutrition. There's so many other elements. Those that know me know that I'm massive on cellular nutrition, I'm massive on detoxification, I'm massive on the psychology of and state elicitation for being in positive states and how that influences our nutrition. Nutrigenomics is another one as well. For people like Tyler, I know that you're listening, Tyler, that's a great book. I think you'll really enjoy that. Immune cells that are too acid or too alkaline do not produce antibodies, chemical messages to regulate other immune cells. So as a result, the affected individual becomes susceptible to viral, bacterial, fungal, and other infectious microbes, as well as cancer. I read a quote today about how that most cancer cannot survive without oxygen. And when we alkalize and we energize and we balance our pH levels, that is the ultimate and optimum amount of oxygen levels, not only through nutrition, but throughout the water we drink, also through our breathing, through exercise, through cardiovascular fitness. These are some other ways as well. That's why yoga and Pilates and they're amazing. Those kind of things are great. If you are doing the detox right now, I'm a massive fan of the foam roller. I've been doing a lot of foam roller for a bit of release as well. If you are a fitness professional, can't beat the good old ITB on the foam roller. It's quite nasty. So the acid-alkaline imbalance causing disease is not a new concept. Did you know that in 1933, Dr. William Howard Howe from New York published a New Health Era, in which he maintains that all disease is caused by self-poisoning due to acid accumulation within the body. Okay. One more, an overly acidic condition weakens the body and can become dangerous. A body requires a slightly alkaline condition to function well. Blood, for example, needs to be 7.4 pH. The two ways to determine your alkaline or your pH level is through the urine and through blood. You know, blood test done. You can do urine yourself actually. A shift in blood pH of just 0.2 could result in death. Obviously, the body does not want to die, so it is forced to borrow minerals like calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium from vital organs and also the bones to neutralize that acid. Also, the biggest thing is that the problem with a lot of people that are overweight is not that they're over fat or overweight, it's that they're over acid because of where the acid forms. I'm not going to go into depth about this in the cell. We can't utilize the body fat efficiently for energy as an energy source when we need body fat as an energy source. Those of you that are fitness professionals will probably know there's two types of fat cells, main types of fat cells. You have brown and white fat cells. Okay, and obviously fat cells between men and women are different as well. There's so many variables. That's why it's important to read, learn, attend webinars, course seminars, and work out what works for you. If you're working out what works for others, it's really important you understand and apply psychology to that, because every single individual psychology will influence all these elements as well. Okay. So food is nature's best medicine. The direct relationship between pH balance in your bones reminds us that our bodies were meant to eat mineral-rich foods straight from the earth and sea. As we've moved away from a whole foods diet, we've seen increases not just osteoporosis, but cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. In fact, did you know that they released last year in Australia, this is Australia, that 1 out of every 3 people in Australia that are alive right now of any age will die of some kind of cancer, some form of cancer. Tell me that's not depressing. Okay, and they say that the thing about cancer is, 1, cancer cannot survive in an environment where there's oxygen. Okay, and 2, a lot of it is to do with our nutrition. This has a massive effect on the diseases. Heart disease. Heart disease was, up until a couple of years ago, the biggest killer in US and Australia, recently overtaken by cancer over the last few years. Okay, and it's just getting worse. Nutrition is the key. We've heard so many success stories. Dr. Terry Walls, you may have heard of her, and she has her own spin-off of the paleo diet, focuses on cellular nutrition and brain function. Absolutely brilliant. So many videos on YouTube. Check her out if you can. Okay. Though many still believe that the food equation can be simply broken down to calories in and calories out, the micronutrients in our food speak actively with every cell in the body. It's not that simple, including those that build and maintain our bones. Simply put, you know what? You are what you eat, like we said before. A lot of personal trainers focus on the macronutrient split, you know, this amount of protein, carbs, and fats, but the variables are infinite. It's a ridiculous amount. And if you focus on those high-calorie dense foods that are low in micronutrients, phytonutrients, and minerals, then you're not going to even have the basic building blocks to maintain your optimum health and maintain homeostasis. Let me ask you a question, and this isn't a Juice Plus webinar, but those of you who know me know that I do Juice Plus. I just want to bring this to your attention, that only 5% of people in Australia, very similar in America, probably less, eat enough fruit and veg every single day. Not only the government, but most professionals and most experts will recommend that you need 2 to 3 fruits a day, and even of you guys that follow the paleo and the fructose controversial topic, the berries and the avocado are still fruit, and 7 to 9 serves of veg a day. That's cups. How many people that are listening right now, if you're listening, do you eat 7 to 9 cups of veggies a day? If not, then you're at risk of all these issues up here. Okay, because it's those micronutrients and phytonutrients and those minerals which are going to keep you in that pH, in that alkaline level, in that alkaline state. Okay, it's going to keep you oxygenated, it's going to keep you energized, and it's going to keep your pH level balanced. Now, if you're not, the problem is that there's billions of people on the planet, and I know a lot of personal trainers and people aren't fan of supplements. Personally, I'm not a massive fan, but the fact still remains that it's going to be much easier to get billions of people on the planet to take a whole food concentrate like Juice Plus that's not a synthetic vitamin, that's raw, vegan, gluten-free, and fructose-free, okay, that's going to allow us to begin to bridge the gap to put ourselves in an alkaline state. It's going to allow us to bridge the gap to ensure that we're consuming a sufficient amount of phytonutrients and micronutrients from organic sources, okay? Even the capsule is vegetable form. It's a whole food concentrate. It's not a vitamin. It's not a multivitamin. If you're taking multivitamins, synthetic vitamins, they add to the acidicness. They will not help. Synthetic vitamins, in fact, will be banned in the next 5 to 10 years, I guarantee it. They were almost banned a couple of years ago in Australia. There's almost a new law passed. If you have any questions about Juice Plus, it's only $2.50 a day. If you're not getting your 7-9 cups of veg a day and you want to create new habits, send me a PM on Facebook or message me in the group or the page or the event, and we can go from there. So how do we balance our pH? Well, first of all, we want to eat more veggies and fruits. It's not rocket science. Now, the thing about fruits and veggies, most people are pretty lazy and have a busy lifestyle. So what do? We think that fruits and veggies, okay, I'll have a banana or I'll have an apple or I'll have